hanging out with a group of my friends. They decided that they were going to administer me a substance with the intention of having that substance end my life.
Lexi Weinbaum told the horrifying story from 2015 of when a group of people she considered friends allegedly drugged her with opioids and tried to kill her at just 16.
My name is Lexi, and my best friends tried to kill me.
She includes the excruciating details of what led to her having a huge amount of medical issues following the alleged incident.
We got to this guy's house and sat down. On the way there, she kept asking me, like, so you're gonna smoke, you're gonna do this, whatever. And I was like, yeah, because at that point I had already tried it. And we sat down on this guy's furniture. She just announced that she wasn't going to be partaking. I inhaled one hit, and I started to get dizzy within like maybe 2-3 minutes. So I laid down. The next thing I remember is being assaulted, choked, beaten, begging for them to stop, begging for them to call 911.
One of the most disturbing parts of her story actually comes during her escape.
And eventually I was able to escape from that house because I had screamed loud enough that I woke up the mother of the person whose house it was. And she told me that I wasn't allowed to die on her property.
She finished the story by saying that she managed to break free from the group and run away.
My female best friend chased me. She was the only one that followed me and tried to convince everyone as I was screaming for help that I was crazy, until eventually I collapsed, and from there I went to the hospital.
Lexi says that a man who was outside in the area she was in tried to talk to her while she was screaming for help and called an ambulance. But her nightmare was far from over, as she alleges her female friend who had ties to the police snuck into her hospital room and removed evidence.
I think because the girl who was in the room had those like ties with the police force, that it ended up just being like dismissed a lot easier. And they all went on to be convicted of unrelated charges, to which they all pled guilty to said charges.
No one went on to be charged. In previous videos, Lexi posted about her attack. A regular type of comment that appears is about the lack of justice for her. Lexi claims that corruption in the police and the fact that her friend skewed her statement contributed to this. Now, she is an advocate for other victims and gives talks, all while being an athlete. She also founded Sound of Survivors, which offers her services as an authoritative voice on reclaiming your identity after a traumatic event.